Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. First off, I want to apologise for not having a watch pile episode this week, although I did say I would. I got hit by quite a nasty cold, I suppose Tuesday/Wednesday of the week just gone, and it's honestly knocked me for six. I've been in bed yesterday and Thursday all day. This is the first day where I'm properly up and about, feeling a bit better in myself. And because of that, I thought I'd treat everyone to like a bonus video that I decided to make that I thought would be good. And again, this should be the weekly watches tomorrow. But I did actually record my watch pile episode because I was full of a cold. I don't think I'm gonna do it. So I think the ones that were chosen, excluding the one that I watched, I'm gonna pull that down again and pick one out, and I will review at the start of the next video the one that I did end up watching to make it fair. So yeah, that'll be next week now, because I should be fully recovered by then. But yeah, this video, bit different. Just thought instead of doing like a typical A to Z collection, I thought this year instead I'm going to do like top 10 lists or lists of specific films that of subgenres or different things, so people can kind of get some recommendations of specific genres of films they want to watch and get more of a sense of the types of films personally that I like. So the first one that I thought I would do is my top 10 creature features. Now, when defining creature features, I'm talking about zombies, vampires. I've included aliens in here as well, but not ghosts, because ghosts I think could be their own video on there, because that's more supernatural, I would say. But yeah, creature features are like your aliens, your vampires, zombies, that sort of thing. And it's been a very difficult list to make, I must say, because there are a lot of just fantastic ones, and there's probably some that I've missed over, because it could take me days to really finalise this, and I've done this in a morning, picked it out. But I have got 4 honourable mentions, so I'm going to get straight onto it and crack straight on with them. My first honourable mention is from 1987, directed by Catherine Bigelow, and it is Near Dark, one that I only discovered for the first time last year. It's one of Catherine Bigelow's first films, I believe. It's late 80s, as I said, 87. You've got Adrian Pasdar, Jenny Wright, Lance Henriksen, who will feature again in this list, Bill Paxton, who will also feature again in this list, probably just hinted to what film that might be. And it's a vampire film. It's about a young man. He is basically seduced by a girl, and he ends up getting something happen to him. It's bad. And it's about him coping with it and trying to be as normal as possible. I don't want to give too much away because it's a brilliant film, one that I definitely recommend checking out if you've not seen it. So that's Near Dark. That's one of my first honourable mention. My next honourable mention is Malignant, which is a fantastic film by James Wan, original story about a girl who's seeing visions of these really horrific murders, and she doesn't know why, and she wants to know who's doing this and trying to stop them herself, because she thinks they're dreams to start with, but it turns out they are actually happening, and it's her trying to come to terms with what's happening to her, how she's seeing these things, and how she can stop it and stop it from happening in real life. It's Annabelle Wallis, and yeah, really tense, really frightening, very gory. And yeah, I can't really tell you the creature in this because it would spoil it, but it is I would definitely class this as a creature feature. So yeah, that's Malignant. Then we have A Quiet Place Day One. I could have chosen any 3 of the Quiet Place films. I could have chosen them all, to be honest, because they're all fantastic films. But I connect with this one the most. This is my personal favourite one, the one from last year. Got different characters. It focuses, as the title suggests, on day one. You've got Lupita Nyong'o, Joseph Quinn as our main characters. A cat, which steals the film in my opinion, and I'm not really a cat person myself. All set in New York, all in the Quiet Place universe. Very tense, very good horror, very tight story again, only an hour and a half like the other two. Just very well made, and if you like alien invasion, creature feature type things, definitely one that I would recommend checking out. And then the final honourable mention is from 1987 again, The Lost Boys, Joel Schumacher film. Classic film, I've only seen it the once, so I can't put it in my top 10 because it wasn't one that it clicked with me. It's a great film. I can see why it's beloved. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Again, it's another short one, an hour and a half. Got some great characters in there. But yeah, that's The Lost Boys. Excuse me, I am going to have to blow my nose a second. I will pause it though. Tell you what, it's horrible having a cold. I won't wish it upon anyone. Yeah, so sorry about that. Carrying on, so into the top 10. At number 10, from 2016, we have Train to Busan, however you want to say it. Another one I think I only discovered last year, and it's a fantastic zombie film. It's just a fantastic story in general, and I love these like stories that are confined to one space, in this case being a train. At the start of this huge zombie outbreak, basically a virus that's turning people into zombies. You've got this small group of characters trying to work together to escape these zombies, essentially. Just really tense, brutal, emotional, great film. If you're not into Korean films, I'd still recommend giving this one a watch because it's excellent, even if you watch it dubbed, although I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch any film dubbed. I always think watching it in its own language with subtitles is the way it should be watched. It's the way it was intended to be watched, in my opinion. But yeah, I love this film, so highly recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. Train to Busan, my number 10. Coming in at number 9, another zombie film. There's a few zombie films on this list. Just a fantastic, I wouldn't say realistic, but if a zombie outbreak ever would happen, I can see this being the way it goes, and that is World War Z with Brad Pitt. Really gutted we never got a sequel for this, especially since it was supposed to be a Fincher film, which I just think would have been so interesting. But the way they handle this is obviously about Brad Pitt. He's I don't know if he's a scientist. I think he might be a scientist, and he's trying to find out why this virus is happening, why these people are turning into zombies. And it's very, the way they go about it is the way I would see it happening if obviously anything like that's ever happened, although I don't know if it could ever happen. I would never say never, because you never know what could happen in this world. But yeah, just really, and the fact that he goes to the World Health Organization in Wales, and they're actually researching it. You've got Peter Capaldi, who has a small part in this. He's excellent. And just the twist at the end as to which would have kind of led into how they would have gone with the sequel. Loved that. Brad Pitt's excellent, just excellent. Very tight, very good zombie creature feature film, World War Z. Coming in at number 8, we have a new favourite of mine, Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978. This one's starring Donald Sutherland, sorry I had a blank then, Leonard Nimoy, Brooke Adams, Jeff Goldblum, Veronica Cartwright. And again, it's an alien invasion film. Again, it's about these aliens that come down. They're taking over people's mind, their autonomy. Basically just snatching their bodies, as the title would suggest. And it's about, again, like a health official scientist trying to find out how they can stop this, how they can stop them, whilst also trying to hide from them so they don't get taken themselves. Very good, very tense, great sci-fi in here. Donald Sutherland's excellent. Leonard Nimoy's excellent. I've not seen Star Trek, so this is the only thing I've seen him in, and he was excellent in it. Yeah, lovely little Arrow edition, this one as well. If you like your alien invasion films, recommend. I think this is probably, I haven't seen all of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers films, but it's probably my favourite of the two I've seen. I've seen the Nicole Kidman, Daniel Craig one as well, which I don't dislike. I know a lot of people hate on it. I don't dislike that one, but This is the best one, I think. I think there's one that Abel Ferreira did in the 90s and a 50s one as well, but I've not seen those yet. But yeah, Invasion of the Body Snatchers is my number 8. Coming in at number 7, another Alien film. Great film, again. Might have been a first time watch for me last year, I think. M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. Fantastic film. The fact that you don't see the alien in this until right towards the end, and the way that you do see it is just so well done. And Joaquin Phoenix's reaction to see it, it's just really a really well made film. I think M. Night's first 3 films are 3 of the best films of their kind. They're just so well made, and they are why I think even though after that he's had quite a lot of misses, he's still a fantastic director just from what he achieved with those first 3 films that he did. There's been some I've enjoyed after that, but those first 3 films, this one being the last of the 3, just excellent. And this film's just got everything. Mel Gibson is great. It's tense again. Keeps you guessing right to the end. It has you on the edge of your seat, feeling uncomfortable. It's just a fantastic alien film. Yeah, another one I highly recommend. Coming in at number 6, is it? Yeah, 6. I just realised I've actually forgot one that I saw that I was going to pull down that I didn't. So I'm going to get that down. And everything's going to shuffle because that one will be in my number 10. So bear with me 2 seconds. I don't know how I forgot this one because, again, one I've only watched for the first time last year. But it is the definition of creature feature. And that is David Cronenberg's The Fly. What a film. It's just a great film. I'd probably put it up. In fact, I'll put this at my number 6 or 7. It would be 7, yeah, because everything else would be pushed up. Because it's just an excellent film and I didn't want to leave it off the list. The body horror in this is spot on, considering it was mid-80s. Jeff Goldblum's performance in this is just incredible. The score by Howard Shore is excellent. As I say, the special effects, so well done. Such a well-made film. Yeah, just a great film. And again, now it makes me want to see the original from the 50s with Vincent Price. Yeah, definitely one to check out if you like your creature features. The Fly. Then at number 6, we have 28 Days Later. Another one, surprisingly. First time watch for me last year. I watched this and the 28 weeks back to back because obviously we've got the new one this year, so I wanted to get caught up. This is the only one I'm not keeping 28 weeks in the collection because it's not one I would go back to be completely honest with you. It's not of the same quality of this one, and it's just not as enjoyable as this one. It's just not as well made. Danny Boyle did an excellent job with this film. It's definitely a film ahead of its time, 2002, so 20, what is it, 24 years old? 23 years old, something like that. Yeah, 23 years old, isn't it, this year? Cillian Murphy, excellent. I think this is his first role. It's definitely his first leading role. Christopher Eccleston's a bright bastard in this. He's just horrible. Naomi Harris, excellent. Brendan Gleeson's excellent in this. Just a really well-made film. Again, they're trying to make it realistic. It's a virus that's outbroke. They're just trying to come to terms with how to escape from this. They don't really look at the cure for this. They're just trying to get to somewhere safe. That is the whole purpose of the film. They're trying to just get out of London, get somewhere safe. But it's just such a well-made film. Again, one that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Just visually great. Soundtrack's great. Yeah. 28 Days Later. Then at number 5, I love this film. And this one comes with the black and white version, which I'm sure looks great as well. I just love it. The ending breaks me. It's just such a sad ending. That is The Mist. Frank Darabont's The Mist. What a great director as well. It's a shame he never made anything else because the films he made were absolutely incredible. Shawshank Redemption, following up with The Green Mile. Excellent film. Then a film that nobody talks about, The Majestic, which I love. Jim Carrey's excellent in that. And then this. And then after this, nothing. He did the pilot for The Walking Dead, and then I think he stepped back, and he hasn't done anything since. I believe he is directing 1 or 2 episodes of the final season of Stranger Things, so I can't wait to see that and see what he does with it. But this film, just a great film. It's just such a, because you don't know what's happening. You don't see the monsters really in this. You don't know what they are. You don't know whether they're even real. That is the whole point of this film. It's a film where people are fearing something they can't see and they don't know whether it's real, so they're fighting each other. Excuse me. You've got Thomas Jane, Marcia Gay Harden. Who else is in this? Andre Braugher. You know who I mean. Who was excellent. Brooklyn Nine-Nine sadly passed away last year. Just excellent. Toby Jones as well, it says on the back. Laurie Holden. Yeah, great cast. It's a great film. All in a supermarket. About all these people trapped in a supermarket when this mist comes across. And anyone that steps outside in the mist basically dies. And they don't know what's going on, who's attacking them. They don't know whether it's alien or whether it's the government. They have no idea what's going on. And it's about faith, and it's just a really well-made film, the way that they did it. And I just loved it. It's a Stephen King adaptation as well. But as I say, the ending as well, it just... It's a very upsetting ending, I will say. It's not the ending you want. It's just, God damn it. That's what you feel like saying at the end. God damn it, why did they have to do that? But, yeah, well, but nonetheless, well worth watching. Definitely worth watching that one. Then into my top 4. So coming in at number 4, we have, and I am going to just say, before I show this one, in case you haven't seen it, because it will be a sort of spoiler. I have to spoil it. The film is From Dusk Till Dawn. So if you've not seen From Dusk Till Dawn and you don't want it spoiled for you, skip now, because I am going to have to spoil this film in order to talk about it. So yeah, I'll give you a few seconds and then I'll start talking about it. So From Dusk Till Dawn. This is, for me, just... And I think... I'm just looking at my others. Yeah, my favourite vampire film. I'm just going to say it. It's a vampire film. That is the twist. You find out, what is it, about 30 minutes in? It's about these 2 thieves. They've just kidnapped a man and his kids. They've robbed, they're like crazy, and they've gone to this like nightclub in the middle of nowhere just to lay low. But the twist is the nightclub is full of vampires, so they've got to try and survive these vampires, even though they're bastards themselves. George Clooney's first film, he's excellent in it. Quentin Tarantino's in it as well. I think did he write it with... Yeah, he did write it, and Robert Rodriguez obviously directed it. Harvey Keitel, great in this. Juliette Lewis, Cheech Marin, Salma Hayek. I want to say Danny Trejo's in this. Maybe he is. I don't know. Can't remember if he's in it or not. He's not credited on the back, but I'm sure he was in it. But I can't remember, like I say. From Dusk Till Dawn. Just a great, great film. If you like your vampire films, right up there. My favourite vampire film, as I say. Just love the blend of comedy, action, horror. Just very well done. From Dusk Till Dawn. Then going into my top 3, all 4Ks as well. My number 3 is The Cabin in the Woods, a film that doesn't get nearly enough talked about as it should. This is a fantastic film, and is again a definition of a creature feature film about a group of friends that rent a cottage, I believe, or cabin rather, in the woods for the weekend. And it turns out they're not alone there. There are these creatures, literally supernatural creatures, that are attacking them, trying to kill them. But it's not all what it seems. There's other stuff going on, and I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to spoil it. But it's great. Again, the mixture of comedy, because there is some really black comedy in this, with the horror. Perfect. The kill scenes, excellent. You got very early performance from Chris Hemsworth in this. You've got, who else is in this? Richard Jenkins, Bradley Whitford, Sigourney Weaver's got a small role in this. Just a really good film, and again, not too long, keeps your attention. If you like your creature features, you like seeing these new creatures, because they're not creatures that you always see, just give this a watch, because it's a fantastic film. Then coming in number 2, my top 2 are two 80s classics, and I think a lot of people would probably have these in their top 5 on this list as well. I could watch these films over and over again. They are, to me, perfect films. They are very entertaining films. They are perfect creature feature films. Number 2, first of all, is Aliens. What a fantastic film. I only watched it for the first time last year when this 4K came out. But I love it. It's my favourite of the Alien films that I've seen so far. It probably will be my favourite, because it is just great. The mixture of the action added to this one, with the same sort of tense horror from the first one. Sigourney Weaver is more badass in this than the first one. The characters in this are just excellent. As I say, Bill Paxton, Lance Henriksen, the little girl who plays I don't know her name. Does it say her name on here? It does not. The score done by James Horner, James Cameron's direction. Just the whole film is so well written, so well done. So many classic pop culture lines in this. If you've not seen Aliens, highly recommend giving this one a watch. Second favourite creature feature film of all time. One of my favourite sci-fi films of all time. Yeah, just love it. And then coming at number 1, I would also say not only is this film my favourite creature feature film, it's my favourite sci-fi film. It also probably just cracks my top 50 films of all time, which is a hard list to get into because I have a lot of favourite films that I regard very well. It is just incredible filmmaking, in my opinion, and it is one of my favourite films, like I say, and that is 1980. Where is it? Doesn't even say. Does it say? Oh, I've showed it now anyway. 1980 something. The Thing. Is it 82? Maybe. But it's The Thing. Yeah. Just what more can be said about The Thing? It's just a fantastic film. Such a well-made film. Kurt Russell's excellent. The mystery in this is excellent. The bit with the lighter, just what a tense scene. Just very well done. Just the way John Carpenter crafted this film, man, it's just incredible. Isolated again, middle of nowhere, not knowing what's going to happen next, who is the Thing. Just incredible film. It's just an incredible film. One of my favourite films. I need to give this another watch because I just love it. And looking on the back, it also seems to indicate the prequel is also included, because it says Thing 2011 feature runtime 1 hour 43, but in the bonus features it does not mention that. So I'm just going to quickly look. Might be something that I got put on to have a look. But if anyone's got this, yeah, it says on the Blu-ray, it says The Thing and Thing 2011. So I'm guessing both films are on here, which I didn't even know. So it gives me a chance to watch the prequel, although I'm sure that's not going to be anywhere near on the level of this. But I've still heard okay things about it. But again, music, Ennio Morricone, excellent, just a great score. Visually, the special effects, incredible. I just adore this film. It's just an incredible film. I'm sure most of you have seen this film, but if you haven't, 100% give it a watch, because I love it and recommend anyone to give it a go. So yeah, that is The Thing from, again, it doesn't say. When is it? It's going to drive me mad. I'm sure it was early 80s. Hang on. Does it actually say on here or not? It doesn't, but I'm going with like 82, 83. I'm sure it's early 80s. I mean, it says in the winter of 1982 in the blurb. 82 or 83, I'm going to go. The Thing, anyway. So, sorry for it being too long, but with my cold and waffling as I always do, I apologise, but at least it's under half an hour. But yeah, that is my top 10 creature feature films. Let me know if any of those are on your list. Let me know your list down below as well. Have you got any in my list or on your list, or any that you would add to my list that you think are also worth putting on? Because, as I said, probably have forgotten some, and there are probably still a lot that I need to watch. But yeah, I'm not going to go any further because I'm very blocked up, and it probably sounds awful. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I'll always get back to anyone that takes the time to leave me a comment, because I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.